bim bam, bim bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbat Shalom, M. Steinberg in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Cape Cod is one of the most beautiful places on the planet, at least the places that I've been to. We've been to Wellfleet and Eastham, and we love Cape Cod. Love it. It's beautiful, especially the bay side. I'm not a big ocean guy. I love the bay. Sing with me, everybody. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. I've done a couple of whale tours from Provincetown, so bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bim. Bim bam. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat 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 Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafe hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafe hayom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Sing with me, everyone. Ma yafe hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafe hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Isn't that a sweet melody? It's so pretty. Such a pretty melody. All right, now we're going to glean a little bit of light from our sages. All right, from Rabbi Akiva, in fact. So please join with me as we sing Amar Rabbi Akiva. If you play an instrument, join with me. Start playing it. Take it out. First chord is E minor. Amar Rabbi Akiva. Amar Rabbi Akiva. Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha זה כלל גדול גדול בתורה. אמר רבי עקיבא. This is the great principle of the Torah. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. This is the great principle of the Torah. The rest is commentary. Now go out and learn. Actually, that was Rabbi Hillel that said that. Okay, but Rabbi Akiva emulated Rabbi Hillel. All right, let's join together with the light of the soul. Now we're going to have a little bit of light from our soul. So read this with me. Let the soul of everything alive bless your name, Adonai, our God. In the spirit of all flesh, glorify and exalt your name forever, O Sovereign. Transcending space and time, you alone are God. We have no sovereign besides you. Welcome, Sharon and Jamie. Sing with us, Sharon and Jamie. And Rika, you get your son's guitar out. Very good. First chord he learned was in E minor. I love that. So join with me now for Nishmat Kol Chai. One of my rabbinical school students was commenting today. I was speaking with him, and that he loved this melody, and that just that he loved this melody. So, Nishmat Kol Chai, here we go. Nishmat. Now when I play, wait a minute, hold on. So Nishmat, I'm going to go, that's you. You sing the same melody back, all right? Here we go. Nishmat Kol Chai Tivarech Et Shimcha Adonai Eloheinu Nishmat Kol Chai Tivarech Et Shimcha Adonai Eloheinu Veruach Kol Basar Tifa'eh Utromei Zichrecha Malkeinu Malkeinu Tamid Kol Chai Tivarech Et Shimcha Adonai Eloheinu. All right, if that doesn't put you in the mood, I don't know what will. All right, let's sing, let's light the Shabbat candles right now, all right? Let's light the Shabbat candles. Before we light the candles, there is a midrash about candles and about Shabbat, and the idea is that if we fulfill the mitzvah of honoring the Sabbath, that all good things will come to us, and if we don't, then it might not be so good. And the story that's used is, read with me, Rav Yosei, the son of Yehuda, said that two ministering angels, one good angel, known as the Yetzer Tov, and one evil prosecuting angel, that's known as the Yetzer Hara, and they're also used in our tradition as the evil inclination and the good inclination. You know, the yin and the yang, the good and the bad. They accompany a person home on Friday night from a synagogue. And when when the angels arrive home with the person, if they find that the family is prepared for Shabbat, the table is set and the beds are arranged nicely. Now, I don't know about you, but I got to tell you, I don't have that honor. But I do know that there is a feeling for me when I leave my service that Shabbat is welcomed. So, but let's continue with the story, and maybe for you it's the same feeling. If the angels arrive at that place, at that home, and they find Shabbat is ready, it's prepared for, the table is set, and the beds are arranged nicely, the good angel says, "Oh, well, may it be God's will that next Shabbat shall be the same." And the evil angel is compelled to say, "Amen." And what does Amen mean? Amen means, I agree. All right, you win. You win. You win. It's not just you, it's your family, it's your entire community. It's the things that you do that makes the Sabbath. All right? And otherwise, if the home is not prepared, or if the heart is not prepared, let's extend this midrash to another level. The evil angel says, may it be God's will that next Shabbat be the same. So in other words, see, there you go. You're not interested in finding the peace of Shabbat. It didn't work out for you. Great. I win. The Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination, wins. And the good angel is compelled to respond, Amen. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, all of you, I hope, may you all be blessed with a wonderful Shabbat. And let the Yetzer Hara, let the evil angel lose. Let the evil angel lose. Let's light the Shabbat candles right now together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר של שבת. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who has made us holy by your commandments and who has commanded us to kindle the lights of Shabbat. Let's sing Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharim, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu l'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Tzedchem l'Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I see we're going to now sing the song from Fiddler on the Roof, the Sabbath prayer. May the Lord protect and defend you. May the Lord shield you from shame. May you come to be in Israel, shining name. May you be like Ruth and like Esther. May you be deserving of praise. Strengthen them, O Lord, and keep them from the stranger's ways. May God bless you and grant you long lives. May God make you good husbands and good wives. May the Lord protect and defend you. May the Lord preserve you from pain. Favor them, O Lord, with happiness and peace. Oh, hear our Sabbath prayer. Amen. 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 Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful song. Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi. We're now going to greet the Sabbath bride. Let's get Rika, get your son's guitar out again. We're going to do this other melody that I love. All right? Here we go. La 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 la. Lecha Dodi. La 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 la. Likrat Kala. La 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 la. Pnei Shabbat. Pnei Shabbat. Nikabela. La 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 la. Lecha Dodi. La 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 la. Likrat Kala. La 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 la. Pnei Shabbat. Pnei Shabbat. Nikabela. Shemor v'zachor b'dibur echad Ishmianu el hamiyuchad Adonai echad U'shemo echad L'shem u'letiferet V'lit Chila. La 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 lecha Dodi. La 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 likrat Kala. La 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 Pnei Shabbat. Pnei Shabbat Nikabela. Let me give you the last verse. Boi v'shalom. Boi v'shalom. Ateret baila. Gam v'simcha. U'v'tzahala. Toch emuneh. Segula Boi chala, boi chala, la 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 lechadodi, la 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 likrat kala, la 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 penei Shabbat nikabela. I love that melody. It's just so beautiful. So beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, David in Sydney. David in Sydney, Australia. And Rabbi Americo is here. All right. And Daniel and E.A. Jones and Southern Hebrew. Who is Southern Hebrew? I love that. That name. Let's join together. Before we join together in the Shema, we've just welcomed the Shabbat, the Shekhinah. And so now I'd like you all to type in Shabbat Shalom as we join together for the Baruch Hu, not the Shema, for the Baruch Hu. So as I'm going to do the Baruch Hu, everybody type in Shabbat Shalom. Let's see a bunch of Shabbat Shaloms. All right, and give each other a little hug, a symbolic hug. Okay, I'll continue with the Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMavorach, Baruch Adonai HaMavorach, Leolam Va'ed. La 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 la. La 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 la. Blessed is God to whom our praise is due. Blessed be the Lord to whom our praise is due, now and forever. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavecha v'chol nafshecha v'chol meodecha, v'hayu hadevarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha. V'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam, v'shivtecha b'veitecha v'lektecha v'aderech, uv'shachpecha uv'kumecha, v'kishartam leot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha, u'chetavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'sha'arecha. And we conclude with Adonai Elohechem Emet. I am the Lord your God, who is truth. I want to welcome, who do I want to welcome? Oh, Elaine in Vass, North Carolina, and of course Daniel, who is in Northern Ontario. Terrific. Let's sing the Micha Mocha. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Micha mocha ba'elim Adonai amihi kamocha nedor b'kodesh nora tehilo oseh elehi la 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 la. Who is like you, Adonai, among the mighty? Who is like you, Adonai, glorious in holiness, revered in praises, doing wonders. That's true, Sue Marie. A great observation. I think we pretty much do have the world covered. I think we do. Let's sing Vishamru. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorot ha-berit olam beini uvein b'nei Yisrael od hi leolam Ki sheishet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz Uvayom hashvi Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat vayinavash Veshamru b'nei Yisrael Et ha-Shabbat lasot Et ha-Shabbat Ledorot ha-berit olam Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shemei Rabbah B'yalma divrach chirutei V'yamlich malchutei B'chayecho U'v'yomecho U'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael Bagala Uvizman kari veimaru amen Yehei shmei Rabba mevorach Leolam ulol me'olmai Yitbarach v'yishtabach Yitpahar v'yitramam yitnasei v'yidadar v'yidaleh v'yidalal Shmei dekudsha berichu Le'ela min kol birchatav v'shiratav Jush b'chatav v'nechematav Damiran be'olma v'imaru Amen. Shabbat Shalom to Susan, who's in Orlando. Do you realize because Susan is in Orlando, we're touching Disney World, and it's for touching Disney World. We're also touching the other one. there's a lot of people in Orlando. All right, let's join together for the Amidah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imoteinu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor, V'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chastei Avot, V'Imahot, U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, L'man Shemo B'Ahava. Melech Ozer Mashiach Magen Baruch Atah Adonai Magen Avraham Ezrat Sarah Tagibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei Hakol Atah Rav Lehoshia Mechalkel Chayim B'chesed Mechayei Hakol Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim Umatir Asurim Umekayei Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha Ba'al Gevurah U'Midom Melach Melech Memit Umechayei Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman atah le'chayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai mechayei hakol. Now we'll have a silent prayer. A silent prayer. You can use the words that are on your screen or just have a silent conversation with Adonai. Ose Shalom Bimromav Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'yimru Amen Yaseh Shalom Yaseh Shalom Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Yaseh Shalom Yaseh Shalom Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel V'yimru Amen. Everybody come up to the bima. Come up to the bima now because it's time for the Torah service. Come on up. Come on up. Sue Marie, come on. Don't lag behind. Get up here. Thank you. Chaim, Tony, Rabbi Americo, we're honored. Would you please open the ark for us? Terrific. Let's stand before the ark. Vayehi bin so Aaron, Vayomer Moshe, Kuma Adonai ve'afutzu oivecha, ve'anusu misanecha mipanecha, ki mitzion tetzei Torah, ki mitzion tetzei Torah, utafar Adonai miYerushalayim, Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah, Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah, Le'amo Yisrael B'kedusha Torah. It's nice to have you all up here. Wow, look at you all. It's great. Tonight we have many people in our community out there. In the chapel. Let's join together now. Rabbi Americo has taken out the Torah and he's dividing it up. He's given everybody a little piece of the Torah while he holds the main one. We join together for the Shema. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo Gadlu l'Adonai iti, oneno mima shemo yachdav. Okay, we're going to process around, everybody. Rabbi Americo is leading us with the Torah, but we've all got a piece of it. Let's walk around and Torah, 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 Torah tziva lanu Moshe, Torah, 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 Torah tziva lanu Moshe, Torah, 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 Torah tziva lanu Moshe, Torah, 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 Torah tziva lanu Moshe. Excellent. Now the Torah is placed onto the lectern. Right, here we go. There it is. The Torah portion this evening is Vayigash. Let's do the blessing together. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Ata Adonai noten HaTorah. All right, as I mentioned, our Torah portion is Vayigash, and we'll do the translation in a moment. So I'm going to say Amen, and I'm going to use this cursor as my yad. Amen. V'lo yachal Yosef lehitapek l'chol hanitzavim alav vayikra otziu chol ish me'alai v'lo amad ishito behitvada Yosef Elecha vayitein et kolo bi v'chi Vayishmaru Mitzrayim, Vayishma Beit Paro, Vayomer Yosef el Echav, Ani Yosef, Ha'od avi echai, V'lo yichlu Echav, La'anod oto, Ki nivhalu mipanav, Vayomer Yosef el Echav, Nisuna elai vayinasu vayomer ani Yosef achichem asher mechartem oti mitzrayim. All right, it's time to translate loosely what I just read for you. This as I say every week when we read from Genesis, the narrative of the book of Genesis, of Bereshit, is incredible. What an amazing legacy we have. All the peoples of the world can read this story and they glean so much from the simple humanity. Not even talking about the miracles, just the humanity. When we understand that our tradition goes back so many thousands of years, 3,000 or 4,000 years, we can take a great comfort in the fact that our lives we have the similar issues all the time. Anyway, in this Torah portion, Vayigash, what I just read, Yehuda, one of the brothers, approaches Vayigash. He approaches Joseph, who is now the viceroy of Egypt, to plead for the release of the youngest son, Benjamin. And Yehuda offers himself as a slave to Yosef instead of Benjamin. And upon hearing his brother's loyalty to one another, after being moved to tears, the viceroy of all Egypt, Joseph reveals his identity to Yehuda and to all of the brothers. And he says, I am Joseph. Is my father still alive? The brothers are overcome by shame and remorse, and yet it is Joseph who comforts them. Joseph says to them, it was not you who sent me here, but God. It has all been ordained from above to save us and the entire region from famine. And so Joseph forgives his brothers. Forgiveness can be hard to give. And increasingly and interestingly, it's also difficult sometimes to accept. This Shabbat, we mourn the passing of a great leader, Nelson Mandela, who emulated Joseph in the way that he was able to forgive the apartheid government that imprisoned him for 27 years. The symbolism of this week's Torah portion and Nelson Mandela is perhaps uncanny. We are a slightly better world for both men's ability to move on with life and to forgive. Tonight, we welcome JSLI rabbinical student David Grossman, who has a few thoughts about this Torah portion of Vayigash and the power of forgiveness.
We know from our reading of Bereshit that God gave Adam dominion over the animals. He is even given the power to name them, a clear sign that he is in control. But on what is that control based? The Torah is noticeably silent on that question. Why are human beings dominant over the rest of the natural order? Some people have assumed that the answer is obvious, but it's not really so clear when we dig a little more deeply. So many theologians, psychologists, and philosophers have tried to answer that question. For Aristotle, we are the rational animal. For others, we are tool makers. Marx argued that we are the only animals capable of productive labor. Many have claimed that human beings alone have a soul, and that means we are truly created in the image of God. Though all of these answers have some merit, I want to suggest a different possibility, which emerges from today's Parsha. This week's Parsha, Vayigash, is one of the most beautiful in the Torah. Its seemingly straightforward narrative belies the many unanswered questions embedded there. It relates the climax of the story of Joseph and his brothers, a telling that moves from alienation, sibling rivalry, and cruelty to care, compassion, and reconciliation. We realize from the Parsha how much Joseph has yearned for a reconnection to his family, despite what his brothers have done to him. Midrash tells us that Joseph has remained faithful to the mitzvot for more than 22 years, observances that were his alone in Egypt. Perhaps he weeps for his loss of Jewish community beyond his immediate family. We also see him weep with Benjamin, his full brother from his beloved mother Rachel, the only other fully innocent character in this narrative. He weeps for the mother he has lost and the brother he has found. We are told that Joseph's sobs were so loud that the Egyptians could hear, and so the news reached Pharaoh's palace. Joseph the Tzaddik is moved to tears by his brother Judah's pleas for the life of Benjamin, and Judah's offer to take Benjamin's place in prison to avoid further heartache for their father Jacob. This story is an incredible story of forgiveness. Listen to the words of the Torah at the moment when Joseph reveals himself to his brothers. Then Joseph said to his brothers, "Come forward to me." And when they came forward, he said, "I am your brother Joseph, he whom you sold into Egypt. Now do not be distressed or reproach yourselves because you sold me here. It was to save life that God sent me ahead of you. It is now 2 years that there has been famine in the land, and there are still 5 years to come in which there shall be no yield from tilling. God has sent me ahead of you to ensure your survival on earth and to save your lives in an extraordinary deliverance. So it was not you who sent me here, but God, and he has made me a father to Pharaoh, lord of all his household, and ruler over the whole land of Egypt." In Joseph's words, we seem to have found an answer to the question of why he forgives his brothers. It was God's plan that depended on their selling him into slavery, a plan that includes his imprisonment and rise into Pharaoh's inner circle. He forgives them and lets them know that the difference now is not in him, but rather in them. No longer jealous or angry, they feel shame and fear before him. They finally see their own sins and guilt, and as a result of these insights, they are able to pass the test that Joseph had designed for them. Not only does Joseph forgive them, he refrains from referring to years of suffering or to what they have done to him. As we read these passages, we cannot help but be reminded of other stories of jealousy between Rachel and Leah, between Jacob and Esau. These stories frame the story of Joseph and his brothers and at last provide us with a sense of peace and reconciliation after the noteworthy silence about these other rivalries. Why forgive? There are lots of good pragmatic reasons to forgive, to end a feud, for example, to think about how self-poisoning resentment becomes if one doesn't forgive. But the primary reason to forgive, it seems to me, is to restore a lost relationship. Remember that it's often those closest to us who have hurt us and need forgiveness. Think about someone you have finally forgiven or want to forgive. My guess is it's not some anonymous stranger who cut you off on the highway. Those little injuries evaporate quickly. Wrongs from those closest to us do not. So, forgiveness matters because the people closest to us, Joseph's brothers, for example, matter. Who are we without them? What does that isolation cost us? In answer to our original question about what might separate us from the animals, perhaps the answer is forgiveness. This may be because forgiveness may run counter to all of our basic instincts for survival. There are no rules for forgiveness. Joseph forgives his brothers and goes far beyond forgiveness to restore them to life and health and prosperity and standing. But he gains even more for himself through his act of forgiveness. Through his forgiveness, he becomes whole again. So may it be for all of us. Amen. Shabbat Shalom. And I'm done.
Kol HaKavod. David Grossman. God willing, he's going to be ordained as a rabbi in, 3 or 4 weeks. So, terrific. Thank you. And so we too, David, are almost done this evening. Let us begin to conclude our our Erev Shabbat service. And we're going to do that first of all by joining together in the blessing after the Torah reading. Here it is for you. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai Noten Torah. And now we'll do a blessing for healing. Please type in the names of those you would like me to mention who are sick and who you would like to offer a healing blessing to. Mishe Beirach Avotenu Kor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage, make our lives a blessing. Let us say Amen. Albina, Luis, Pedro, Les Hilip and Chris Robinson, Rukab, Michelle and Josie, Ron, David, Jude and Barbara, Arya Leib Ben Meir, Daniel, Rachel Morris, Georgia, Aunt Cece, our wounded warriors, Les Phillip and Chris Robertson, Michael Green, Rosemary Allen, Shmuel Ben Ida, Roy Lipson. Al has more tests coming up. Caitlin Messick, Sandra and Curtis Sanders, Ranger. All right. The USA, yeah, that's for sure. Roshina, Johanna, David Shepard, Santiago Martinez, Gil, Joe Shepard, Martina, Joyce Vinson, David Lipson, Marshall Roberts, Connie Watson, Richard Shepard, Sheldon Kleinman, Bambi Fass, Miller Harkey, Marsha Greenhut, Amai, Al Sutty, Mikor Habracha Le'avotenu, Mel, Al Sutty, Matthew Shear. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit. Let us say, the whole wide world, I'm with you, Lori Hoffman. And let us say, Janet Beasley, Amen. And let us say, Amen. Norman Worth, Thomas Allen. And let us say, beautiful. Let's send our energy, all of the energy in the world. We're all around the world, so if we can just beam that energy up to the source of everything, maybe we can create some healing for those who are ill. God bless them with the refuah shalema. Let's return the Torah. Rabbi Americo, open the ark again. All right, good. Put the Torah in. Great. Eitz Chaim hi lama chazikim ba v'tomcheha meushar deracheha darchei noam v'chol netivoteha shalom shalom Hashivenu Adonai Elecha v'nashuva Chadesh Yameinu. Everybody close the ark, close the doors. Kekedem. The ark is closed. Thank you, all of you who have participated, Rabbi Americo, and everyone else who is here this evening. Thank you for sharing in the Torah service. Yasher Koach again to David Grossman. And we're going to do the Ein Keloheinu. I actually have it, and it's the Ladino version. Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadoneinu, Ein Kemalkeinu, Ein Kamoshienu. No, I don't have the Ladino version. Sorry. Oh, there it is. Non como vuestro Dio, non como vuestro Señor, non como vuestro Rey, non como vuestro Salvador. Mi Keloheinu, mi Kadonenu, mi Kemalkeinu, mi Kamoshienu, quien como vuestro Dio, quien como vuestro Señor, quien como vuestro Rey, quien como vuestro Salvador. Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu, bendico vuestro Dio, bendico vuestro Señor, bendico vuestro Rey, bendico vuestro Salvador. Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu, tu amo vuestro Dio, tu amo vuestro Señor, tu amo vuestro Rey, tu amo vuestro Salvador. All right, let's join. We're going to together sing the Aleinu. Aleinu Neshabeach, Ladon HaKol, Lateit Gedula, Leotzeh Bereshit, Shelo Asanu, Kigoye Haratzot, Velo Samanu, Kamishpachot Ha'adama, Shelo Sam, Chalkenu Kahem, Vigod Aleinu Kechol Hamonam, Vanachnu Koraim, Umishtachavim Umodim, Lifnei Melech, Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'nemar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz. Vayom hahu yihyeh Adonai echad. U'shemo echad. Our thoughts now turn to those who are no longer with us in body, but they're still with us. I still recall, and close to me are family members who've passed, but they're here, and they're here, So they never really leave us. I mean, we're sad, but they're still here. Mourner's Kaddish. Together? Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shemei Rabbah. I'd like to acknowledge Naomi Leah bat Iona Pertzel. V'yamlich Shemei Rabbah. V'yalma divrach Yerutei. V'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uv'yizman kariv. V'imru. Amen. And we'd like to acknowledge Melanie Solomon. Yehei Shemei Rabbah Mavorach Li'olam Ula Olmei Olmaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitramam V'yitnaseh V'yithadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shemei Dekudisha Barichu Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechamata Damiran B'yalma V'imru. Amen. And we want to acknowledge Naomi Leah bat Ioni Petzel, Melanie Solomon, Albert, Vivienne, Lester, and Luis. Henry the third is his third yahrzeit for Henry. Nelson Mandela, David Andes, Roger Greenhut, Al Skomial, Alan Schoenberg, Matthew Gutterman, and Natalie. Julie, good to see you. Okay, sorry. Yehei Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'chayim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru. Amen. Oseh Shalom Bimromav Hu Yaseh Shalom. Scott Mackler. Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel V'imru. Amen. May we all acknowledge and remember these people, these dear people that we've lost, and we take comfort in the fact that they are always with us in our hearts and in our thoughts. All right. Now we will conclude with Adon Olam. Let's use the old melody, the old chestnut melody. Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol Yatzir Nivra, Li'enasa B'chefzo Kol, Hazai Melech Shemo Nikra, V'yacharei Kichlot HaKol, Levado Yimloch Nora, Vehu Haya, Vehu Hove, Vehu Yiyem Betifara, Vehu Echad, Ve'ein Sheni, Le'am Shilo, Le'achbira, Beli Reishit, Beli Tachlit, Velo Haoz, Ve'hamisra, Vehu Eli, Ve'chai Goali, Ve'tzor Chavli, Ve'etzara, Ve'hu Nisi, Ve'manos Li, Menad Kosi B'yom Ekra, B'yado Avkid Ruchi, B'yerishan B'yaira, V'maruchi Geviati, Adonai li v'lo ira. We would like to acknowledge in the Mourner's Kaddish Elaine Law and Arthur Law, Michael and Mike and Brian, and if we've missed anyone else, they're in our thoughts. All right, who misses Forever Young? The congregation misses Sammy the Wonder Dog. So let me tell you what's going on. We're renovating this space where I am right now, and we live in another space, and in back of this screen, you really don't want to know what's going on. It's a nightmare. So I can't really bring the dogs here for Kabbalat Shabbat. They will be here. Sammy will be here, and so will Ari, God willing, in a few weeks. And they will join in Forever Young. But for right now, we have the community. And of course, by the way, we want to acknowledge Gene Shepard for the Mourner's Kaddish. Forever Young. Sing with me, everybody. May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true, and may you always do for others, and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung, and may you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young, may you stay forever young. May your hands always be busy, may your feet always be swift, may you have a strong foundation when the winds of changes shift. May your heart always be joyful. May your song always be sung, and may you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young. May you all stay forever young. God bless you all. Let's make Kiddush. Here it is. Whoops. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho b'yahava v'ratzon inchilanu, zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit. Ki hu yom techila l'mikra'e kodesh, zecher l'itzian mitzrayim. Kivanu v'acharta v'yotanu kidashta, mikol amim shabbat gadshecha, b'yahava uv'ratzon inchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mikadesh hashabbat. Amen. Shabbat shalom. Hey, listen. Thank you all for the love shouts. I love that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Steve, I'm going to see you in a couple days. I'm looking forward to that. And thank you, Ustreamer from upstate New York, and from Roddy, and everyone who's here. God bless you all. You know how much I value you all, and I love you all, and you make my week. Hopefully I bring something to you as well. God bless you all. I hope you enjoyed David's sermon, not just for the content, but because it represents a new phase for Sim Shalom. We added a video recording for a sermon, and God willing, one day in the not too distant future, my goal is to have several people participate in the service live in video chat. We'll get there someday. It's not that far off. It's just the technology and the bandwidth and the whole thing. But this was a first step, and I think hopefully it came out all right. God bless you all. I love you, and see you next Shabbat. So Shabbat shalom to you all. Be well. Thank you.